Hey guys, it's Tiffany. This video is probably going to be of awful poor quality, and I don't know when it'll be able to upload because I'm having internet problems at my house, and it won't let me upload any videos. So I will upload it as soon as I can. I don't even know where to start, and I don't know how to get through this video without completely losing it and bawling my eyes out. So I'm gonna try. As I have stated in, I think, in past videos or on my Facebook, I have been battling with an abdomen infection, which they called, I guess they're calling it cellulitis, but we really haven't been able to get to the bottom of, besides, I don't even know how to explain it, besides my large abdomen, we have, which is actually being obese, is cause for cellulitis. But this is reoccurring, and I have some sort of a mass or bulge on the right side of my abdomen. I have had oral antibiotics with all in the past several years. I had oral antibiotics so many times I can't count. Months at a time, bulked up 2 different kinds of oral antibiotics. Oral antibiotics and IV antibiotics. I've been hospitalized 4 times, and the rest, actually, where we moved 2 years ago, 45 minutes from my hometown, actually, they have an IV clinic. So I went to the ER soon after we moved here, and the ER doctor was like, it's ridiculous for you to be hospitalized when you can just have an IV and come back for however long and get your IV treatment until it's healed. However, the mass never goes away. I've seen when we moved here, they sent me to an infection specialist because they were concerned about my abdomen because it gets and is rock hard. It's not flabby like fat. It's rock hard, and it's on one side of my abdomen. When it is infected, it is even harder. So they've told me, they've washed really well, use antibiotic soap, use cream, blah, blah, blah. I've done it all. I've had prescription cream, I've had prescriptions, I've had, you name it. I've used triple antibiotic, I've used Neosporin, I've used Band-Aids, because I do have wounds on my abdomen that are from it, and they won't heal. And I'm not diabetic, so it's not because I'm diabetic. They will heal if I get big Band-Aids and I put, I gob it with Neosporin, because I read online the scabs will go away when they're softened. Because they get so hard, the scabs do, that they just fall off. But when they fall off, it's still a wound. It's not like they fall off and it's healed. So I've dealt with this for so long, and when I went to Oh, I've also had a PICC line. I had a PICC line like about probably 6 months ago. No, probably 8 months ago. I had a PICC line. I've had a CT scan. I went to a different infection specialist because the infection specialist I was going to had he wouldn't return calls, which my doctor thought was very odd. And so she thought maybe he was only seeing patients who were admitted into the hospital, and sent me to another city to see another infection specialist who said, "Have you considered having bariatric surgery?" Where I said, "Yes, I have, many times," and that was actually when I was seriously 100% sure I was going to go that route. And that was like 2 years, 2 years, a year and a half ago. So, she also didn't do anything for me. Except she's the one who ordered the PICC line. And said that there's really nothing I can do. Wait, time out. She did say I should probably see a surgeon. A general surgeon. So I saw a general surgeon who looked at all my records and looked at the CT scan and said, all it is infected skin underneath there, and it will be fine. So I see my bariatric surgeon who says, who would have told you that? Like, without even seeing my CT scan, he said, the minute you have bariatric surgery, you're going to lose weight, and that's just going to fall to the floor. It's heavy. And this is embarrassing. I feel like anywhere I go, I'm looked at. I can't do things that I did before. Nirvana had, I was talking to her through PM before, probably a month or a few weeks ago, and she had said, had you considered a wheelchair for, until you have the surgery? Because obviously that's not what I want. I want to be working out. I was working out. And so I finally got the guts up, and I talked to my nurse practitioner, who said, well, I can't order that because I'm a nurse practitioner. So you'll have to go to the actual physician, which was fine because I've been to him before. I went to him and he's like, your insurance really doesn't cover wheelchairs for anything other than somebody who has a serious, can't walk at all, like a quadriplegic or, He said even arthritis patients have, which I have arthritis, but he said even severe arthritis patients have a really hard time doing it. So this is probably going to be too long, but my physician is trying to get it cleared through my insurance to have the big mass or whatever it is removed now, and then have my surgery sometime between September and the first of the year. And we're still waiting on that. So that brings me to today, where I had a funeral on Saturday. My great uncle passed away. I went to the funeral, and my pants that I was wearing started feeling like it was rubbing, and I'm like, okay. Mind you, this is causing me not to be able to fit into the pants that I normally wear. So, and I don't have a lot of money to go shopping, so my closet is limited. Which I'm sure that's how a lot of us obese patients or obese people are and bariatric patients are. But it's just frustrating that before this I wore jeans and now I can't. So that was Saturday. I went to the funeral. Sunday, my mom had my 2 older kids. So I was like cleaning the house. I felt so good. I was like sweating, and apparently I think that's my problem, is I was sweating and moving around. And then Monday I started feeling I had a headache all day, just like a gnawing headache. Ended up going to my sister-in-law's so the kids could swim. And I wasn't feeling good. I didn't swim. My husband did. Came home, my headache was still just gnawing. I took ibuprofen, laid down, woke up, felt better. I took my neighbor to run some errands today. She's having a really hard time right now and needed to get a job because it's a long story, but she's leaving a domestic situation and needed a job. So I took her through an interview, today. It's not like I was doing anything. I drove the van and I took her there, and me and her kids sat in the car while she had the interview, and I was supposed to have my support group tonight, and I came home, and the whole time in the van I wasn't feeling well, and I thought it was because I didn't have enough water, so I bulked up on water, came home, and I'm running a temp. Granted, it's only 100, but anytime I run a temp, it goes up. So I took more ibuprofen. So I skipped my support group meeting, which I was bound and determined I was going to go. But I knew that if I went, I would have ended up in the ER or the hospital tonight. And I didn't want to do that. I have an appointment with my nurse practitioner on Thursday, but she had openings tomorrow. And I'm sorry, my hands are shaking, because that's what happens too, is I get really shaky and weak and dizzy. So I'm going to go tomorrow, and I'm going to say, look, call my surgeon, admit me to the hospital where my surgeon is, which is actually an hour and a half away. I don't care if you admit me into the hospital, my insurance will kick their butts, because they're not going to want to pay for it. I don't want to put a Band-Aid on this anymore. I feel like I'm at a standstill. And that's not the only thing going on in my life that I feel like I'm at a standstill. Sorry, I have to move the camera. Because I have some other family issues. We're wanting to move. My parents are moving to the southern part of our state, and we want to move there. I can't do that until I have my surgery, and there's other things that are taking place. I just needed to make this video because it's really hard for me. I called sobbing to my mom, but it's really hard for me to explain this to anybody when I'm talking to them, or typing, or anything else. So this was my vent. I'm gonna say bye now, or see you later. See you next video. I'll keep you updated, because it's getting to 15 minutes and I don't want it to not upload. So, hope you guys are having a good summer. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.